Welcome back to Wake Up America. Politics and sports are like oil and water. They just don't mix. But our next guest stood up for human rights and found out the hard way what happens when you go against the establishment.
Joining us now is former NBA big man and political activist Enes Kanter Freedom. Thank you so much for being here. Your stance, appreciate you coming on. Your stance against China's genocide of Uyghur Muslims resulted in the end of your NBA career. Why is it okay for athletes to stand up for woke politics, but not the human rights of the Uyghurs?
You know, NBA will care about things until it hits their pocket. They will talk about the things that are happening in America because they know that it's not going to affect their business, their endorsement deal. But they know as soon as they talk about the problems that are happening in China, it's going to affect their business. More people watch NBA games in China than American population. So, and they know that. And with all the shoe deals and endorsement deals and jersey sales, they don't want to piss their biggest market off. So that's why, fortunately, they are hypocrites. They are, their biggest sponsor is Nike. And everybody knows about the slave labors and sweatshops over there, So, but I think we have to hold these companies and organizations and CEOs accountable because enough is enough. So that's why I'm very outspoken about it.
Yeah, it's just, it's all about the money with some of these companies. Yeah. I want to get your take on something yesterday. The controversial star of the U.S. women's soccer team, Megan Rapinoe, she had this to say when asked about what the team's legacy means.
I think being a women's professional athlete, we sort of know what the injustices are, at least that we have felt. And so I think it makes it easy for us to then be an ally in other ways. I think that's like the real legacy. I think the most important legacy of this team, at least.
Do you think that athletes' legacies should be what they've done on the field or the court, or what change they affected with their social media platforms?
Yeah, she just missed a penalty kick, and I think that the USA lost. And I was watching some of it and highlights of it. I think I wish they were just more successful because everyone was cheering them on the court. But she was the one that I believe that was telling about how much we have trouble having it in America, and I believe she took a knee during the anthem, and she was talking about how much trouble that we're having in America and blah blah and stuff. But I just wish that she just focused on more getting better on the court and actually making America better on the field.
Yeah, you do see a lot of sports stars, though, speak out, right?
Oh, yeah.
They're different opinions. Do you think that not in the distant future that you might be running for political office, Congressman Freedom?
I wish,
right?
Yeah. I wish I could say, I'm 30. I could have played basketball another, 6 years. But unfortunately, because of the NBA stances, I don't think it's going to happen. But, my potential run in 2020 is pretty much my perfect example of the American dream. I have been a citizen over this beautiful country just over 2 years, and I have lived here, over half of my life. So, I can tell that American is freedom more than now ever. And I truly believe that when I'm elected, that I could make a difference in our domestic and foreign policy agendas. And I envision America that less divisive and finds common ground on this simple issues. So I'm really excited. Whenever I go to Hill, and a lot of people are telling me, hey, man, what are you doing? Bring your voice to D.C. and you can make a real difference. So it's going to be super fun.
And what state would you want to run in?
Somewhere warm.
Somewhere warm?
Like Florida. I like Florida.
I'll move there. I'll move to the warm state, wherever that is. You really have a unique story. You were born in Switzerland, raised in Turkey, and you moved to the U.S. as a teenager. You played for 11 years in the NBA. You talk about living in a country where freedom is, a lot of people don't even understand what that's like. What's it like to live in a country like America?
Oh, man, I remember one time we were having a conversation in a locker room with my teammates, and obviously they were criticizing America. They were calling them trash. They were saying, oh, my God, how bad we have it in this country and stuff. I stopped them for a second. I was like, guys, listen, our season is about to be over, right? And whenever our season over, I will buy your first class ticket and let's go to some of these countries out there, like China, like Russia, like Iran, like Turkey, like North Korea, and forget about calling them trash. And let me see if you guys even can criticize those regimes. You will be in jail and tortured to death. I don't think people understand how good we have it in this country, how lucky and how blessed to be in a country where we can say whatever we want and where we can criticize our government, and the next day the police is not going to show up in front of our door and we will be in jail, you know? Yeah. I just wish just my teammates or whoever criticizing this, I'm not saying we are perfect, but I just wish that they travel more and they read about some of these regimes out there.
A lot of people take what we have for granted. I know you certainly don't. Enes Kanter Freedom, thank you so much. We will be following your career. If you decide to run, let us know. We'll come to the warm state.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.